What is 23, motherfucker? Pull up, boys, back in the building. Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm just giggly feeling the vibrations as we get ready to get it rocking. I can't even focus and get in here to get first. We back to start another year, ladies and loyals. Show us some love. Let us know how you feeling. Bring back the curtains. And there they be. Ladies and loyals, we back up in this thing. And no, I'm not a Chicago Bears fan. I just like the drip. Because them boys is ass monkeys. But we got some football to talk about, sir. Really a rough day to start, sports. I don't even know how to get into this opening rant, but y'all just get back and sit ready for one of Ron's rants. Yeah, this is a new Ron. This might be a whole new person you're looking at. But CJ,
I'm about to say, well, Nino is no longer.
I always look at our sports empire. I have so many thoughts today. And it's just like, y'all want to act like this is a perfect world, but this is Sparta. This is the Spartan arena. It's the same thing. It's just a different matrix. And we talk about sports deaths. It used to be deaths, all the time in the arena, 2,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. How often these sports deaths nowadays? Very, very random.
I was gonna say once in a couple generations.
The one it definitely ages me, probably you as well. The one that hit me, I was watching and listening to somebody, Owen Hart, WWE, 80 feet up in the air.
Yep.
I had time to talk about the conspiracy behind his death.
I was a kid, bro. I remember that.
Right. Completely gone. One of Vince McMahon's biggest mistakes. They didn't let nobody see it. If you weren't there, you don't know what happened. They continued. They continued the night. The WWE did not stop that night. Well, F back then, whatever, the WCW, whoever they were.
World Wrestling Federation.
There we go. They didn't stop and say, yo, somebody died. We can't keep doing this. So we get to DeMar. I want you, CJ's gonna walk us through his moments watching the shenanigans unfold, but NFL is protocol as usual. CJ, the players get their 5 minutes to start warming back up, and they was about to go back on the field, sir. NFL said, no, we have to go do our bottom line. We got to go make this money. Shocking, right? Shocking. We just watch a death. That's what we're going to focus on, the death. And how desensitized we are to
it. I will say, I'm not a fan of. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
I just want to say, we are talking about the death aspect of it, but he is doing well. We're gonna get to that soon, ladies and lawyers. We got to check in from his own uncle. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, blessings on blessings. I will say, for me, I'm not a Roger Goodell fan. I'm not an NFL ownership fan. I'm not an NFL players union fan. I think those guys should have guaranteed contracts. I think the NFL is entertainment. It's all about bottom line. But I honestly don't think it's not a handbook for what we saw, right? So everything we saw after he collapsed, all of it's fresh. So one of the NFL rules is something I found out, that in times of catastrophic injury, is protocol for the referee to give both teams 5 minutes to compose themselves. 5 minutes, you can go to the locker room, do whatever you need to do, and we'll resume in 5 minutes. The referees were literally following protocol of a catastrophic injury. I don't think they really understood what was going on. So they was like, all right, they're probably panicking. nervous. The coach is panicking, nervous, and it's like they kind of just reverted back to what they do. We're gonna wait 5 minutes and then we're gonna get this thing started. I think once they realized how serious the issue was, I applaud the NFL for shutting it down and saying, okay, this game is not important enough. And you got to think this game had all kind of playoff implications. Like I had my popcorn ready, bro. I was looking forward to this game all freaking day. So you know the NFL didn't want to cut this off. I think this is one of the few times that they actually did the right thing by the players, because you had to think about it. How was any person going to focus not knowing how DeMar was? Like, I mean on both sides of the ball. T. Higgins wasn't going to run another route. Josh Allen wasn't throwing another pass. Like those dudes wasn't. The game was over. It was over. So to kind of give you a little insight, again, I was looking forward to the game all day. As you know, I've been touting the Bills for a little bit over a year now about, you know, how I think that they're the next in line behind the Chiefs or whatnot. So I was looking forward to this game. Popcorn ready, had the kids around, the wife. We all watching this game. And you have one injury. They do an injury timeout. They come back. You go to the next play. A second injury. This time they don't even know who the player is. They like, you know, we think it's this person. It might be this person. It might be that person. What shocked me was right before they went to commercial, I saw one of the defenders. He got down on his knee. He took his helmet off. And when his helmet came off, you could see like the tears coming down his face. And I remember thinking like, buddy must be hurt. And then you start noticing all the players start getting on the knee. They go to commercial. You're like, uh-oh, he might be paralyzed, is what I'm thinking. Still going to be tragic. Like, my heart is pouring for this young man. It's pouring for his family. It's pouring for everybody in the stadium, his teammate, everybody that had to be around this. And my heart's pouring out. When they come back, when they showed the ambulance, and it was, and that's a conspiracy for another day. Like, it was an unmarked ambulance. I was like, that's kind of weird. But when I saw an ambulance come on the field, and my wife kept saying it, she was like, babe, have you ever seen? She kept asking me that, and I was so like zoned out, I couldn't even really respond to her. And she had to get my thing like, babe, have you ever seen an ambulance? I'm like, no, I seen the stretchers. I seen like the little, you know, they got the little cart thing that they can stick you on. I ain't never seen no full ass ambulance coming thing. So that's why I was like, oh my God. And the way the guys were crying and all that, like, I just had the worst gut feeling that he was gone. I just knew he was gone. It took everything in me to hold back tears. It took everything in the wife to hold back tears. My kids are very playful. They realized quickly how serious the moment was, and what was going down. And then again, you know, we kind of monitored the NFL, shut the game down. We kept watching ESPN, stayed up with Van Pelt and all those boys. Shout out to what's my dude, Ryan Clark. Ryan, I think that's his name, Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark, he had excellent segment on Van Pelt about the whole thing. Booger McFarland, you did fantastic. A lot of the talking heads, you know, minus the couple knuckleheads, but we can get into that. But I just remember, you know, waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, checking my phone. 3 o'clock in the morning, checking my phone. 4 o'clock in the morning, checking my phone. Had to get up at 6, checking my phone. Like, just tell me that this young man is going to be okay. Just please tell me that he's going to be okay.
We got answers.
Sedated right now. They just want him to have a better chance of recovering better. So they felt that if he's sedated, his body can heal a lot faster than if he was woke and possibly cause other complications. So they got him sedated right now. And I mean, it's just heartbreaking seeing him like that, right? I mean, you know, we were in Pittsburgh watching it on TV, and his little brother was there with us. And when he seen his brother drop like that, and when I tell you I never seen him cry or scream like that, like, we were trying to calm him down, like, yo, it's okay, you know, he'll gonna get back up, he'll be back in the game, you know, woo. Next thing you know, it's 10 minutes later, they're doing chest compressions. It's a half hour later, they still not playing yet. I'm like, yo, what's going on? What's wrong with my nephew? And then, like, when I say, like, now we were all in the room crying, man, we were all in tears, man. And I'm not a crier, but like I never cried so hard in my life, man. Just to know like my nephew basically died on the field and they brought him back to life. I mean, that's just heartbreaking. And to see all those grown men crying and all the emotion, man, it really was a gut punch, man. And I would have been crying no matter who it was. But for it to be my nephew, it had that much more impact on me, man. And I'm just glad he's just still alive and able to fight and trying to get better and recover.
You told me off camera you're
Yeah, prayers for the whole family, for real. Moment of silence. Um,
That's got to be one of the most, excuse the pun, but like one of the most heart wrenching, heart stopping things you could see, to watch a loved one in any setting, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got family going through some things in any setting. To know somebody just drops, my heart is pouring for them. I just can't wait for them to and I see it. Spiritual guy, not very, very religious. I do believe in a higher being, a greater power. I do believe that we're going to see this young man walk right up out of that hospital, and he's going to be giving that wave like he would have given if he was walking off that field, and the whole world's going to rejoice, and then we're going to go back to normal. I guess the new normal, but yeah, he's a fighter. He's definitely a fighter.
so
I just hate it for him.
If y'all tap into, me and CJ, we've been doing this for a long while. It's straight shenanigans, and we're gonna drive y'all crazy because y'all know we about. First of all, we need our reparations yesterday.
Big facts.
And I just say that to say, you said we're gonna go back to normal. Facts. Because we haven't learned our lesson. The point of me wanting to emphasize death is, of course, it's gonna be normal protocol. We just watched us go through a single damn pandemic last year, multiple years, 2020, 2021. Did football stop, CJ?
No
Sports stopped.
They played in empty stadiums. They reshuffled some things. They moved some things around, but nothing didn't stop.
We
one monkey don't stop the show.
We gonna make this money. We could talk about the Rooney Rule. We could talk about Colin Kaepernick. We could talk about the diversity of minorities in this billionaire good old boys club. We could talk about the fact that, guess what? Shout out Will Smith. He came out with a movie. I was just thinking, like, what could the culture possibly do to like spread awareness? Maybe the most popular dude come out with a movie talking about what's the problem. Did anything change? No. We could go back to Junior Seau committing
suicide. Yeah.
Record that we do not care. The show's gonna still go on.
Yeah, the football is gonna be played Saturday. They got playoff implication game Saturday. I feel like they're gonna find a way to make up this game that was missed. The NFL is $1 billion corporation, bro. Yeah, they're not gonna stop too many TV people advertising.
I wish we had some ladies with us to talk about, raising our kids and if it's okay to let your son play football. But regardless, he was one of the best and brightest. We keep hearing it, Black young men. Things that we like to see in our youth, and as they coming up, this man was doing it all. I want to keep researching and find out more. But his charity fund that he started,
right? Yes,
is $1 million fund now. Went from a 25K goal. It's DeMar Hamlin.
Is a kid. He's a young man who you can say he was doing it the right way. From the outside looking in, family man. You ain't heard about his name being tied up in no scandals and nothing like that. He has been involved in a few things on the field, but nothing because he's an aggressive player. He's a great player, but
you have to have some screw looses. What I'm trying to say to get out on that turf, you have to have some screws loose. It's the gridiron. It's modern day Sparta, and to see somebody with their head on straight doing what you need to do in this society it hurts more, and it's kind of like, wait. We in a trap because it's nothing circulating, nothing moving, and it gets me back to this reparations talk. We need we need our ownership. We need our rights, because we should be protesting today. We should be protesting yesterday. We should be, and it's not going to happen because we can go through all these events, but I'm siding with we need ownership rights. We need. I'm too all over the place, ladies and lords, if you're tuning in, to really even get the point across on this tragic event.
Now I do. I guess a lot of people, they fall in love with the game, right? You fall in love with football, and some people are much better than others, and people can make like a career out of it and make really, really good money. Like you said, you do got to have a couple of screws loose. Once you get to the high school level and you start really excelling, that's when the screws really have to start coming loose, because that's when football starts getting real. I kind of feel like I get what you're saying. Maybe if we had some ownership, if we had some generational wealth, maybe so much of our people would gravitate towards sports. We could feel like we got so much other things that we can do. Sports will be kind of like a back burner.
Hold it right there. I'm happy you took it there, because I'm just like, damn, my thoughts. Just sense it all. Just damn. Because we got these billion-dollar industries that sit in the center of our cities. And I'm like, it's not just one. We have 4 or 5, LA, Florida, thousands of teams. How come when we go around these stadiums, we just got to see homeless on top of homeless? How come it's just folks all over the place? The city's not taken care of. I don't even want us to talk about reparations and talk about, the generational genocide that's been done to us. Like, can we take care of our cities? Like, how come? And we corrupt billionaires. Jerry Jones done stole the spotlight, as always, for the racism and shenanigans. Our guy up in Washington, Snyder, our guy that got to sell the Suns. And it's just like, how come we ain't doing nothing? How come we should be able, we might get the chats taken down, the video taken down, the views is coming a little bit. Let us know how you're doing in 2023. But we should be able as a society to go, hold up. We all, the fans pay for this, CJ. We buy $100,000 tickets that 51% go to the owners, 49% go to the players. So the players we got to hold accountable too, because their money do get split. The owners just get 51% of all of that fan money. We ain't taking care of the cities. We ain't taking care of the players. We ain't taking care of the communities. And we ain't taking care of the culture. And it's a perfect transition to one of the biggest culture clowns that we got, Skip Bayless, who, a lot of people came to his defense. A lot of people came at him. But when you start looking into the history of events, like how we brought up Owen Hart, like you should know, Skip Bayless, you almost damn near 80 years old. You was at WCW when it happened. Like, you got to stop for him to come out and be egregious and say, no, keep the show going and blah, 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 blah. You played yourself.
Did he? Now, I do have a question. When I first read his tweet, I don't know if you got it, but when I first read his tweet, it was some outrage. I had some outrage. I'm like, what are you talking about? But then when I went back and read it again, I was like, what didn't he say what everybody else said? Like, how is the NFL going to stop this game? Because it's so important. And then at the end, he literally says, because none of this is relevant now. Because after I read it a second time, I personally couldn't understand. I think a lot of people that was mad at Skip didn't actually read what he tweeted. They kind of just went off emotion, which I was going to do from the jump. But when you actually read it, I didn't see where he was that egregious. But you could give me your thoughts and maybe change my mind. I haven't seen it.
I'm happy you said that, because that's a very key aspect. When we see these tragic events, we live in this matrix and social media. People don't really know how to grasp. You remember how we was watching that Christmas video? Shout out to the platform. We did a phenomenal Christmas episode last week. Y'all go check it out, YouTube, all platforms. Remember when homie opened up the PlayStation? He ain't have no emotion. He kind of just like, ooh, ah.
Right.
Kind of like what we be when we see shit go down like this. No matter what tragic event we talking about, it's no one knows how to grasp it and bring it into clarity for the culture. So what we usually end up with is anger, a lot of anger, a little bit more anger, then some sadness, then the memes come. I saw some horrible horrible memes about the situation. CJ, I did my best not to laugh. You'll be proud of me, but the internet is a disrespectful place. And we just be all over the place and can't function. And some people would say we don't lack the resources, the power to people. We lack the organization. You catch that one?
I did. Shout out to Brother Malcolm.
So Shannon avoided Skip's show Tuesday after it all went down. It was hilarious. Skip had to go do his show by himself, CJ. It was hilarious. But Uncle Shannon came back today on Wednesday. Let's tap in and see what they talk about.
That's something you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Yes. Morning. There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to DeMar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So they struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
And ladies and lawyers, we find out why Shannon did not attend the show.
Shannon the only thing kept Shannon in that seat was that contract he signed, bro. He almost got up out that seat, but you see how he you know me, I walk off quick, but I know that lean in.
Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead, dog. Fuck it.
Come on, Jen. Hurry up, Jen. Get this. Let's move on to the next segment, Jen.
We don't even need to watch no more of the clip. Damn.
We don't. The only thing I will say though with Shannon, and I'm interrupting him here. Shannon has been, and just talk about not taking care of the culture. Remember how Shannon dogged out Kyrie? Called him out of name. I don't want to say called him out of name. That was Shaq and Charles Barkley called him idiot and all that. But just to see Shannon, like, you've been chucking and jiving ever since you showed up with a do-rag on and black him out with the bottle of Hennessy, even though you don't smoke and drink. You've been chucking and jiving for so long. Skip don't know when to take shit serious no more. So that's got a lot to do with Uncle Shay too. So I'm not about to make him out to be some Malcolm X. We know you. Yeah, we already know where he's staying.
We're gonna wrap it up. The whole. I don't know why his name is not sticking in my dang head. DeMar Hamlin. Prayers up.
Right, and what Ron means wrap it up. We're gonna wrap up the sadness piece, the emotionals that we have, because we are already speaking that this young man is going to walk out of that hospital and wave them hands and give everybody that wave, and he's going to be A-OK. So when we speak on him, it's going to be positive vibes and positive updates.
As we wrap it up, just how desensitized we are to death. Everybody, y'all can see the storyline. I saw this today, and I'm just like, yeah, we got. They trying to. We ain't gonna talk about the Matrix. Conspiracies on Thursdays, apparently. 7-year-old murdered in Baltimore, and the mayor, how he responds.
We know in Baltimore and across this country right now, after the pandemic, people are dying over dumb shit. And that's the reality. And we have to understand how we're going to hold those people accountable. We know.
That was the mayor.
But he fed up, ain't he? He seems like he's pretty fed up. If you actually watch, though, you can type his name in. He has a bunch of videos like that. Like, he's one of the I'll say he keeps it real. You can tell he doesn't have a lot of coach speak or a lot of politicians speaking him. When something touches his heart, he speaks on it. He speaks like you'll be talking to your cousin at the barbershop. We got a few clips like that.
Oh, he might become a culture class caterer and Karen. We might have to tap back in.
All these shootings, like in Chicago and Baltimore and all that, who are the leaders in these cities? Like, who are the political leaders? What party, what affiliate are they with?
Welcome back to the platform, Josh.
Josh is back. Boy, I ain't seen Josh. Josh, man, you won't never say nothing in our sports group, man. What's going on? But yeah, we just got to take a look at some of the people who run in these cities into the ground.
Yeah, man. We have a lot of billionaires. There's a lot of people that have $1 billion. Yeah. I'm done.
Is it though? I mean, bro, I do hope that I live to see the day that the 99% wake up and say, why are we letting a couple thousand people control us?
Guess what?
My actions will be eating all that. I hope.
There is 30 NFL teams, 30 MLB teams, 30 basketball, 30 soccer, 30 hockey. Just about every one of them is a billionaire. That's 150 right there. I know some people own multiple leagues. Oh, smooth. Right. Shout out. That's a list we're gonna have to go through.
I think Magic Johnson got ownership stake.
He's the owner of the Dodgers, part owner, but he's not. He's
not the owner, of course, but I'm saying he got some ownership stake in a couple teams, couple franchises.
I think the Celtics owner owned like the Boston Bruins, the Celtics, boss moves, power moves. But regardless, it's at least 150, 140 of them. Just to start, sports billion. We can talk. We got a question. We ain't about to get it. How was your 2022 NCAAF Experience?
Well, shit, for me, go ahead. You got it. Let you lead the way, sir.
Roller coaster of events. Number one, because I'm a Big Ten lover. So off rip, I'm competing with SEC all throughout the year. The disrespect towards our big brother, Ohio State, disrespected all year. We gave them a good ass whooping, so shout out to the Buckeyes. Wolverines disrespected all year, and it kind of messes with the mentality on how you come out and put yourself on the field. You're always either gonna have the doubting mindset, the winner mindset, and it messed Michigan up because we've been doubted all year. We got kicked out of the top 5, top 4, despite being undefeated, and we beat Ohio, and that was our championship.
That boy Jim Harbaugh gonna keep you on a roller coaster.
If Alabama and Georgia was both 12-0 and playing each other, would that have been their championship? They both guaranteed to be they're locked. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
They locked. Yeah, no matter unless it's a blowout, they were locked.
Why is Michigan 13-0, Ohio 13-0, one of us not going to the playoffs? And we got all these and then on top of that, became a major pack. Was it 12 man? Became a huge love, and they are all crazy. Fell in love with what's my dude that used to post the Eagles. He's with UCLA now. Chip Kelly, offense on earth. Fell in love with him. They was killing it. Was rocking with Oregon, but USC. They're coming to the Big Ten. So I was like, I want to see them succeed too. Yeah, that's gonna make us look good. That's the homie now. And they had an up and down season. They got to the top 4 and blew it. Then let Ohio State in, and then I'm like, I ain't gonna let TCU go. No. For what? Then when TCU lost that final game of the season, I'm like, they ain't undefeated no more. We can let somebody else for real in. We can see Bama. I want Bama, not TCU. Can we get somebody else? And they're here, and then they upset in my damn way. Goddamn, stop the tape.
Bruh, TCU has been shattered on in the past. So I just feel like this was one of those, you know what? We shat on y'all. I don't know if you remember that year with the BCS when TCU was literally like the number 2 team all year long. Then they get to the end of the year and they got jumped after winning their league, and they got jumped anyway. I think it was Ohio State that jumped. I'm not sure. I think it was Ohio State. But I was thinking this was their way of saying, okay, TCU, we know how we did y'all all these years ago. We're going to put you in the playoffs. You're going to get smacked around like Boise State or some shit. And then we'll never have to see you again. Then TCU going to win it. You're like, oh, shit. this might open up the door for more potential upsets in the future, you know, with the 12-team playoff and all that good stuff. But my sentiments exactly with you, bro, up and down. You know, my team.
Go on and on about Florida.
Yeah. I'm an SEC guy. So you know, I follow SEC heavy. The Georgias, the Floridas of the world, Bama's, Mississippi States. Sad, you know, we were talking about DeMar. You know, glad seems like he's gonna pull through. Shout out Mike Leach. You know, the air raid offense, one of the guys who brought the air raid offense to the SEC, brought it to college football. You know, he just recently passed away as well. So to see his team go out and win the bowl game after he passed, and I think to make the Coaches Hall of Fame, you have to have like 160 wins or something like that at minimum to make the Hall of Fame. This win would have given Mike Leach 160. So you see all these SEC fans, Mississippi State fans, just college football fans in general, petitioning to the NCAA, hey, let this win count, because it was his team. It's his team. Let the win count for Mike Leach. Let's put him in the Hall, just for the fact of, you know, with the air raid offense and what he did, the dynamic. He was, you know, just a funny guy, quirky. Wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but shout out Mike Leach. But again, just up and down season, man. My squad went from beating Utah in the first game, but you couldn't tell me nothing. But we had AR-15 back there, but quarterback in that thing. And then fast forward, we losing to Vanderbilt. Georgia undefeated.
Y'all played Tennessee this year, didn't y'all?
Tennessee, we play Tennessee every year. Tennessee beat us. Tennessee beat us by like 3. Like we hung with Tennessee. They had to come back and beat us. So I'm like, are we a good team or are we not? Then we lost to Vandy, bro. So it was like, okay, it's a wrap. We lost to Kentucky, lost to every SEC team plus Vandy, all our rivals. No, not every. We think we beat Missouri, but just an up and down season. And then again, you know, my guy, been rocking for years now. So of course, when I see your squad come on the tube, I'm gonna cheer for your squad. So it hurt me to see them boys get beat by Frigga. I'm like, TCU, but we end up. Well, this is cakewalk, baby. Here we go down. Let's get it. So just the up and down. I did expect Georgia to be this good. I did. But yeah, man, season. I was shocked Alabama didn't make it. Shocked Alabama didn't make the playoffs. I think that's one of the teams that could possibly beat Georgia. But beat Georgia now. But yeah, man, just a crazy, wacky season. But I must say, I enjoyed it, and I am enjoying it, even though my team is poo. I'm enjoying it. Doo-doo, trash, stink. Did you see what happened, bro? You know, want to know something else that I think? NCAA, they need to get rid of these whole like bowl tie-ins and all that shit. They need to get rid of all that. Like, if you place 4th in the SEC, you're gonna place the 4th team up. Get rid of all that shit, bro. Let teams play who they should play, man. Like, there was no reason why Florida should have played. Who did Florida get beat by in the bowl game? They beat the shit out of Florida. There's no reason in the world Florida should have been playing Purdue or some shit, bro. Like, what's going on here, man? But I digress.
Yeah, it's been a rough college football experience for just about everybody if you're not a Georgia fan, which I know just hurts you leaving. That's the, I guess, TCU. TCU had a great season. I don't know. That loss that they got is ugly. I don't feel like they deserve to play us, and especially be the 3 seed. Wild.
They showed it. They deserve to play y'all though. They showed it.
Man, full of shenanigans. We ain't even gonna talk about that damn game. I turned it off at halftime. I was like, "There's just no way."
I watched that whole game. I said, I say, well, I ain't gonna hear from my dog for a couple of days. I know he's gonna be hurt off this one.
I don't know. They want to start playing good. Bye.
Candy said she liking TCU.
Mm-hmm. TCU can go somewhere with it.
Yeah, I mean, I have been following TCU for a while, you know, since LT was out there toting that thing. The Damian Thomason out there toting that thing for TCU back in the day. But we'll see. Georgia gonna win it again, back to back. That's the most suckiest part about it is I've gotten over the hate. When they won it last year, it's like, okay, you know, like when LeBron finally got over that hump. He won with Miami, it's like, well, you can't really hate no more. Like they're champs, so the hate is gone. It's just the fact that my team can't beat freaking Vanderbilt, and these motherfuckers about to be undefeated and win it all. Like that's crazy.
What if TCU's destined?
Let me tell you this, bro. If TCU find
all 300 of them at that school,
if TCU find a way to win the national championship against Georgia, I probably wear purple for the whole year. Every outfit I have will have some type of purple in it. That's the kind of hater I am. I just got done saying that I got over the hate, right? It'll come right back.
That campus will be lit. Are they allowed to party there? You know, it's Texas Christian.
Shit, well, them Christians be the wildest one. What you mean?
Couple pastors' daughters. They about to be buck wild. All 300 of them.
Where's TCU at? Where is that? What part of Texas?
Dallas, somewhere down south.
But they gonna be wilding the fuck out, boy. They beat Georgia. Ooh, woo! But you know what? I don't think the NCAA will allow that to happen. I think they on the like, nah. Under no circumstances are they gonna be the SEC team. Hell no. Nah. You just seem like, I know you were saying it was some shenanigans. I saw some shenanigans in that Georgia-Ohio State game too. It's like they want them dogs to win bad, boy. Goodness gracious. Oh, I miss those days when the refs was on our side. We used to get all the calls. When Tim Tebow was in Florida, motherfuckers would be mad at me. You know that was pass interference. I'd be like, yeah, it was, but they ain't call it. Oh, well, you know. I remember being on that side of the fence. Good old days.
Yep, it'd be like that. We're about to wrap up today's show, ladies and loyals. Thank y'all for tapping in. We got a little bit of basketball talk, CJ.
Let's get it.
Do our playoff NFL predictions real quick. But before we get to those two main heavy hitters, let's tap into a little bit of shenanigans. One of the greatest fighters to hit cinema, Michael J. White. See what he got to say about one of the greatest fights that we will be blessed but will never see. Who the victor will be.
An actual fight between Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
So before he gives his answer, do you got any fighters over Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
Tyson?
I think right here he could beat Bruce Lee. I think Michael J. White can be. I think a lot of fighters can beat Bruce Lee. I think a lot of fighters that we see right now in the UFC could have beat Bruce Lee just because of his size. He wasn't a big dude.
And your answer is kind of right on what Jay says. Listen,
an actual fight. What I would think?
Yeah, who would win that fight?
I think Jackie Chan would win.
I mean, is not a professional fighter, but he is a.
I would. If I was a betting man, I'd say Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was bigger.
Okay, just because of his physical size.
Have
you met Jackie Chan before?
Briefly, yeah. Jackie
How tall is
he? He's not a small guy.
Huh, okay.
I would say Jackie Chan's about 5'8", 5'9". 5'9", yeah, but 5'8", 5'9". And he's durable. That's a tough dude.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Actual fight.
Absolutely agree with that. Jackie Chan, I mean, if you talk about pound for pound, but to me it would be like you put undefeated Floyd Mayweather in a ring with prime Tyson. Like Tyson gonna kill that man in real life.
I think prime Tyson's the number one fighter this planet, so especially if he got a little bit of crack in his system. Ain't nobody
before the crack. Dog, do you remember the super punch out Mike Tyson? The fresh off the Olympic gold medal Mike Tyson? Like before Don King Mike Tyson? Yeah, bro. When the soul on earth beat him. I don't give a fuck. With MMA, mixed martial arts, karate, all that shit, bro. Mike was knocking all that out.
Okay, prime Tyson or prime Kimbo? Who wins? Kimbo Slice.
Bro, I don't want no folk to be thinking I'm sitting here talking that shit about Kimbo, a rest in power king. Kimbo Slice was that guy. He had the best videos tackling motherfuckers. I remember Kimbo. but Kimbo wasn't even the best backstreet brawler. He wasn't touching Mike Tyson. He wasn't touching Mike Tyson, bro. Are you crazy? If Mike Tyson able to fight Kimbo with no gloves on, just straight fist, he would put Kimbo to sleep, bro, in seconds. In seconds.
Ladies and loyals, the voice of the culture has spoken. That might have to be a clip. Mike Tyson is the greatest fighter to touch this planet. The only person that's touching him is Jesus.
I don't think Jesus on them hands either, bro.
Quick NBA talk. So the NBA has been through lots of transitions. Back when Wilt scored 100,
is that a real score? 150 this 117. I thought Boston had next.
Next embarrassment. Yeah.
That's some stank there, boy. I think we reached the Reggie pack.
Damn, you know, made me lose the train of my thought because I just
my bad.
Ass.
Look at my Brooklyn Nets. Look at my Brooklyn Nets. Them boys ready this year. Oh, they ready. They ready.
Right.
I know KD just want to get his hands on himself. I just want to get his hands on himself. Come here.
We've been seeing some incredible performances. Some incredible, like basketball is really it's at a surplus state where really people are starting to figure out, oh wait, I can really dominate. Let's spread this out. You know, kind of like when we really started seeing 4 wide, 5 wide receivers. The NBA is there at that point, and it's just out of control. Donovan Mitchell just had 71. We're gonna get to Luka. We're gonna get to we're not gonna get to him. We're gonna talk about Donovan and Luka tonight. If that's all right with you, CJ. But LeBron,
that's fine, bro. Come on, I got a little time.
50-point. Oh, we got 4 minutes. 50-point triple-double. The scoring's all over the place. Boston is at the top. Kyrie. This is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's having his best season.
Kevin Durant is hooping. You know, I ain't been watching, but I've been stat following.
Best. The only season is like that second Golden State season when he was just unnecessary. But he's out of control. Kyrie, hopefully he can keep it under control. I'm really rocking with the Bucks though, just because we know what that is, and we can trust in Giannis at this point. But there's some major trades that's gonna go down, and in the West, Denver, Memphis. Yeah, the West is wacky. Like the Sacramento Kings before season.
Yeah, the West has completely shocked me this year. But I feel like those top 4, 5, 6 teams, none of them teams ain't gonna shake down once it really gets to the playoffs. I just don't trust it.
So Luka did something that we've never seen. 60 points, 20 rebounds, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. Nikola Jokic, let me get his name right.
The Joker.
Is about to get his 3rd MVP.
Yep.
And Luka did this last week. I'm just like, damn. We need to do a show because white men have taken over the NBA.
European white men. The JJ Redick's of the world ain't doing shaking nothing. But you remember though, Luka said this was a year or 2 ago. He was like, "It's easier to score in the NBA than it is back home." He said it's easier. It's easier to play offense in the NBA than it is back home. Which it is, and he's proven it. Joker deservedly is going to win. You can't stop him. He can only stop himself. That's something that you can say, but I can actually mean it with him. I will say this with Luka. I'm a homer, so I live in the Atlanta area, so of course I root for the Hawks.
Can you hold that thought really quick, dog? Can you hold it 1 second?
Yeah, I can.
Just before you talk about Luka, he did one of the hard. He basically, he's basically the quarterback in football that just went and kicked his own onside kick. Go ahead, continue what you were saying while I looked this up.
No, I was just about to say, I would get, I say kind of upset, but I would question why people would wonder, are Hawks fans disappointed that they traded Luka for Trey? And I'm like, Trey led his team to the conference finals before Luka did. Like, neither one of them has really won anything significant in the NBA for me to say one person is over another. But this year, watching these games, watching what he's doing, it's like, might have been a mistake. Luka fits better with the culture in Dallas. They already had it set up for European, with Dirk and all that. And of course, Trae Young fits better in Atlanta than Luka would. But I'm like, if Luka hooping like that, he in the city, oh boy, it's a wrap.
Yeah, right. Luka would have been out with the Migos. They'd have been like, Luka.
That's what I said. Listen, but speaking of Migos, the Migos is one of the people who wanted the Hawks to get Trae Young. Like, they were like, who is Luka? Like, no, we need Trae. But it's like, all right, you looking at it now, Trae Young could be a great player, but he's gonna be a poor man's Steph at his greatest. Luka could potentially be, if he wins some championship, Mount Rushmore type of player. So the ceilings is way different. I'm like, okay, now I see what Luka's ceiling is. I'm like, yeah, if he reached that motherfucker, the Hawks fans is gonna be sick.
So Luka did this.
Yo, what's up, Stephanie?
Appreciate you in the comments. Steph coming through with the love. Pull up with the pull up boys in 2023. He threw it off the rim and got his own rebound.
Oh yeah, that's another Wolverine fan with you, boy. I know she was crying too.
Oh, she talking about Michigan. Damn.
Yeah, she a Wolverine fan, man. She a Michigan homer just like you.
I thought she was talking about the Timberwolves. Yeah, condolences. We got mad.
Talking about no Timberwolves.
I know, mad condolences to Wolverines. They did us dirty. They disrespected us all year. But guess what, Steph? We whooped Ohio's ass, and they didn't make it to the championship. So, I think it's good. Boy,
Ron cried.
You did. I cried. I didn't cry. I would have cried if Ohio beat Georgia. I would have been hurt. I would have felt real retarded. I would have. All of Michigan would have.
Man, I was ready to go around and motherfucker screaming. Go Buckeyes.
So Luka did something that not even Will Chamberlain has done. And then Donovan Mitchell goes and does something that Will Chamberlain did like 8 times to score over 70 points. Actually, Donovan is like number 8 right now on that list. 17 years ago was the last person that scored this much. We all know who that was.
The Bean. The Black Mamba. You know, yes, very. One, I was shocked that at the end of the day, how many points he was accounted for. It was something like 91 points. So he actually surpassed, when Kobe hit 81, I don't think Kobe had any assists. He had 1 assist. So Donovan was actually responsible for more points than Kobe was. Now he has the second most points responsible for in an NBA game, only behind the great Wilt, who scored 100. I was very shocked to see him do this with Cleveland, something that LeBron James never did, something that like Kyrie Irving didn't do. It was just like nuts to see him go there and do what he did. The only sad piece was that he could not have done it on the worst night. He could not have done. You couldn't even celebrate him because of what happened on the football field. But history will be very kind to Donovan. This time next year, when this gets brought up, I think he's going to get the love and accolades that he deserves. And all the talk will be kind of focused on him. But he's a great player, bro. He just literally took himself to the next level of hooper. He took himself to the next level of hooper with that, bro. Can he keep that shit going? He ain't going to score 70, 80 points a game. That ain't realistic. But we're going to start seeing some 30, 40 games consistently, willing your team to victory. The dude was just on one.
71 points, Steph. 71. Only 7 people scored more than him, one being Kobe, who dropped 81. You want to know something crazy about this? If the New York Knicks was like this close to getting D. Mitch. This close. New York. They're always there for us to laugh at.
New York ain't been good since Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston, man. Get out of here. Ain't worry about them Knicks.
We didn't get to do our NFL playoff predictions. Good thing we got another week. So the pull-up boys might be back next week to talk some sports. We could give y'all our playoff predictions and really talk football. I'm happy we didn't talk about that much. We talked and focused on prayers up, because I forgot his name already against the play. Prayers.
DeMar Hamlin.
Thank you, DeMar Hamlin. Tragic, but we're going to keep repping for you around this way, boy.
You ain't lying. Hey, speaking of quick shenanigans, Steph, I'm glad Steph brought this up. Do you not know Donovan Mitchell? They drug tested, bro. Like, when he got back to the locker room, he could damn take in the shot at like, ho, bro. Over here with me. We're gonna need you to put something in this cup for us, dog. We gonna have to get you tested expeditiously. So you already knew that happened. I already knew that was gonna happen. Whenever extraordinary things are done, those sports leagues are tested for those PEDs. They tested Luka too, I bet. Shit, they probably tested Luka after every game. They probably test Jokic cereal and shit, bro. They like, what you eat for breakfast? Ain't no way.
It's like really a fact now that Luka drinks a beer before and after every game.
Bro, when they were showing Luka during the off season, like just being a regular ass dude, being fat, just drinking beer, eating all kind of food, I'm like, maybe my guy. That's my kind of guy right there. Can eat like a dad and then got there on the court and beat your ass. That's some tough shit, bro.
It's different, a little different. They eat and drink different things over there in Europe. Yummy. That still got some stuff to say.
My physician came to my house afterwards. Oh, dang.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why. Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
Exactly. Especially the corrupt billionaires. Ladies and loyals, thank y'all for tapping in. We'll be back with y'all. It's the Pull Up Boys, and that's just how we're gonna be rocking this year, CJ. I hope that's all right with you.
Listen, bro, I'm good for a good pull up.
I titled this the Speakeasy 2.0 Season 5, Episode 1.
Ooh. New Year, who this?
It's been a while in the making. We're looking forward to rocking with y'all this year, especially Steph. I'm wrapping up the show, baby. I'm coming.
I got a question. Did your kids know who you was when you cut your beard off? Were they looking at you like?
Why your face look like that? Oh, it was hilarious.
Hey, shout out to my guy. I'm potting with a whole new guy here. This is Ron Lowe, formerly known as Nino Beige. This is the more clean cut Ron Lowe. He said that we're gonna get some on time shows and some real management this year. Shout out to the Speakeasy.
We're gonna try to be more professional, ladies and lords.
Facebook, give us our page back.
Facts. What up, though? Sports and Shenanigans. Y'all do. Join our fantasy league, y'all. Join it.
We the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. We're talking about practice.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and lawyers, welcome to another installment of the CJ and Ron Show.
It's Sports and Shenanigans, baby. Every Wednesday night, CJ and Ron in the building.
Bolt going round, here comes Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt storming through, he takes it again, Blake gets the silver, 9.64.